Understanding the power of self-acceptance. Embracing the journey to self-acceptance is very important, and you'll discover an empowering truth. You are indeed good enough, and we have to understand it just as you are. Society often feeds us the narrative that we don't need to be more, do more, and achieve more. But the reality is you're already enough. You're not a project to be completed or a problem to be fixed. You have to remember that. You're a human being deserving of love, respect, and regardless of your accomplishments or lack thereof, understanding that the power of self-acceptance begin with acknowledging your inherent worth. You don't have to earn your place in the world. It's already yours. Your worth is not based on your position or status in the society, your appearance or your social standing. It's inherent in your existence. Well, self-acceptance doesn't mean you become complacent or stop pursuing growth. Rather, it means you recognize your worthiness now in this moment without conditions or contingencies. It means acknowledging your strength. It means acknowledging your weaknesses, your successes, and your failures, and still choosing to love and accept yourself for who you are. You'll find that the more you embrace your self-acceptance, the more peace and happiness you'll experience in your life. You'll stop comparing yourself to others and start appreciating your own unique journey. You'll stop seeking external validations and start trusting your own instinct. You have your own basic intrinsic nature. You'll stop punishing yourself for past mistakes and start embracing the lessons they taught you. Well, again, letting go of perfectionism is very important. Instead of focusing on perfectionism, you should keep in mind that you are not defined by your mistakes or failings. Rather, you are characterized by your capacity to develop and learn from those mistakes and shortcomings. Your work in progress. I believe all of us, we are still in a work in progress, and that's okay. Perfectionism can be a heavy burden to bear, but you have the power to shrug it off. Shrug it off, my friend. Don't let it weigh you down. Instead, aim for progress, not perfectionism, not working for perfection, because I believe perfection doesn't exist in this world. It is easy to get caught up in the pursuit of perfection. It's tempting to believe that if only you could do everything just right, then you'd be happy. No, but the truth is perfection is just an illusion. It is unattainable, and the constant striving for it can leave you feeling stressed, feeling frustrated, and never quite good enough. That's why let go of the idea that you need to be perfect to be worthy. You're already worthy just as you are, because you are a human being. We are just human, and human aren't meant to be perfect. We're meant to be real. We're meant to be flawed. We're meant to learn and to grow. So how can you start letting go of perfectionism? Begin by setting realistic expectations for yourself, and then celebrate your achievements. Celebrate your simple achievements, no matter how small. Practice self-compassion when things don't go as planned. And remember, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to get assistance from the person or people whom you trusted. You don't have to do it all alone. Letting go of the perfectionism doesn't mean settling for less. It means making peace with who you are, embracing your journey, and recognizing that you are indeed good enough. Well, embracing your unique flaws, my friends, I tell you, as you let go of perfectionism and start to see yourself as a work in progress, it's time to further your journey of self-acceptance by learning to embrace your unique flaws. The truth is, everyone has flaws. It is what makes us a human. It's what makes us unique. Don't view your flaws as something to hide, but rather as something that sets you apart from the rest, because your uniqueness is actually God's special things He puts in you to make you somewhat we call us special. Your flaws that has nothing to be ashamed of. They are part of who you are. They have considerable impact on your personality and helped to form your character. Instead of focusing on the negative elements, look for the strength within your limitations. Your flaws may even be hidden talents. Your flaws may even be a hidden talent waiting to be discovered. It's natural to feel insecure about your flaws, but remember, it's these so-called imperfections that make you unique. Embrace them, love them. They're part of your story. You're not supposed to be like everyone else. You're supposed to be you, and you're good enough just as you are. Remember, self-acceptance isn't about denying your flaws. It's about recognizing them. It's about understanding them. It's about embracing them. It's about turning your weaknesses into the strengths. It's about learning to love yourself. It's about to love yourself. It's about to love your flaws, and it's all it's all for being who you are. Well, let's talk about the freedom of good enough thinking or mind setting. Now let's journey into the liberating world that good enough thinking, or I am good enough, where you're free to be yourself without the pressure of unrealistic expectations. In this domain, you're not bound by the chains of perfections, but rather you're encouraged to embrace your individuality and your belief in your worth as a child of God. It isn't a relief to know it. Isn't it a relief to know that you don't have to be perfect to be amazing? It is easy to focus on what you're not, on your or perceived shortcomings, and forget about all the things that make you fantastic. But imagine the freedom that comes with accepting that you're good enough. You don't need to constantly prove your worth. You don't need to exhaust yourself to trying to someone you're not. You can let go of the constant effort and just be good enough. Thinking doesn't mean settling for less. It's about recognizing your value in refusing to let others define you. It's about understanding that you're more than your mistakes, that you are more than your successes, that you are more than the labels that the society tries to put on you. Embrace the reality, and you're good enough, and don't allow that such negative thoughts in your mind.